folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I'm wearing the proper hat purposely for this one, my Ireland hat. I got a gift request from fenLori, who's in the Fens of England, and it's for Derek Ryan, Irish name right out of the blocks right there. Life is a river, but fenLori said Derek is one of Ireland's best singer-songwriters, and after finishing a concert, he was talking to an elderly gentleman, and something the man said gave Derek the idea for this song. All right, so that is just case in point. I've said this many times. Songwriters, they live in a world of ideas, just like screenwriters and novelists and such. Just world of ideas, looking for material for something. Here it is, he's talking with an elderly gentleman, and boom, idea for a song. So thank you for this gift and request. fenLori, I shall just call you that because I love that word fens. Such a gentle, the Brits have such a beautiful way of speaking. Just the way words end, like it's just more, it's gentler, put it that way, generally speaking, than us Yankees. But fens is such a I don't know, it just kind of flows. So let's see what Derek has for us. Life is a river. I like that. That's very direct, but I want to see how much the elderly gentleman plays into it, into the narrative. So verdant.
As I went out walking on a fine summer day, through hills and the valleys, I soon lost my way, till I came to an old man kneeling down by a stream, gazing into the water like he was lost in a dream. In his hand was a picture he clung to for life. His eyes filled with tears as he tried not to cry. Then he looked to the heavens and started to pray. In the quiet countryside, I could hear the man say, life is a river, I'll go with the flow, and where it will take me, the Lord only knows. I miss you, sweetheart, your kindness and love. But I know one day we'll sail away on God's ocean above.
It's like waiting on a woman.
He said, now young man, you're a stranger to me. Could I bother you kindly for your company? Today I am thinking of a time long ago, and I need to tell someone of a girl I love so. It's for
Wait. That is so poignant, so elegant, that he wanted to tell him. He just had this. There is something in the human condition that we want to share our stories with others. And some people overdo it and they just talk nonstop. And they're annoying beyond belief, rude, just disenfranchised in ways from decency. But there is something in us that wants to connect and communicate to another person some of our life story. and hear that he wants to share the deepest thing with this young man is it's beautiful. I want to see how he connects it back to the river, because I think we're going to go back there.
42 years today since Rose took my hand, and proudly I lived life, her husband, her man, till only last week God took her away.
Oh, it was recent.
As I kissed her softly, these words she did say: life is a river, I'll go with the flow, and where it will take me, the Lord only knows. I'll miss you, sweetheart, your kindness and love, but I know one day we'll sail away on God's ocean above.
You gotta hope that, right?
And with that, the old man sent me on my way and sat by the water.
Yeah.
I'll kneel for the day I look at the river, starting out on its life. It's where I feel close to you, my beautiful wife.
Yeah. I thought, when you think of the metaphor of a river, you think most people will say it has bends in it and this and that, and they'll play off of that part. But he didn't. He played off of the fluid part of it, how life flows, and, the Lord only knows where it's going to go, that type of thing. And, yeah, that's in many ways why every moment, peace and tranquility is so important. And for some reason, we introduce this frenetic, not everybody, but there's so much frenzied energy and you getting things just right, and then everything's going to be great. But it's not, because we're going to die one day, and that's the equalizer, so to speak, or the neutralizer. And when you're going through life with somebody, that all by itself is a beautiful, special thing to be preserved, instead of, I read something years ago, and I use it in my writing, and I have to remind myself of it every so often, that when you write, you should only write something that's going to be a benefit to the reader. But I'd heard something even more powerful along the same lines prior to that one should only say something if what one has to say is of more value than the silence. And that just stopped me in my tracks. And I'm like, wow, silence has value. Like when you put it in those terms, it does. And so every moment with someone, silence can be a beautiful thing, but obviously conversation is a good thing. But when you say something, think about that other person. Think how it's going to strike that other person. Think about how it's going to put waves in there that are either going to be peace-inducing, love-inducing, tranquility-inducing, or if it's going to introduce tension. And for this man in this song, well, one, the way Derek sang this song was in alignment with actually what I just said. I didn't think about that, but the way he sang it was very fluid, was very consistent, was very imbibable. You could take it in without feeling any sense of angst. And in a song like this, where a man just lost his wife a week prior, it's, that's not easy to pull off. But he sang it with a delicateness, and it was just very well done. And then the way it was shot, of course, it was simple, but it was not a distraction. So there's no inner conflict within this song. And there was a lot of room for there to be certain things where you're like, oh, where are we going? What are we doing? But it just flowed, just like the original import of the song that the elderly gentleman had said. Life is like a river. I go with the flow. fenLori, I'm not rating this. One, I don't know when it came out. Two, it really is an ode to beyond this gentleman's advice, but that this gentleman had just lost his wife a week prior. And, us older guys, like I still have a very high motor, very high drive. I love working. I love connecting with people. I love interacting with people and all that. But I'm 64. I have a lot to offer others, younger folks, and I do. And I interact with a lot of younger folks, and some of them, they have 3, 4, 5-year-olds now, and this kind of thing. And I'm able to share perspectives of life. And if you keep yourself relevant, you can connect with younger folks instead of just being negative. But like this gentleman just wanted to share a vignette about his wife, and he didn't have anybody to share it with. But I just lost her a week ago. Imagine being that guy, though, the younger guy. That's a coming of age, a different type of age scenario where you're being asked to hear a very poignant, gosh, it's even beyond that, but vignette or part of this man's life. And then what you do is you just listen. That's where you learn the value of listening. All right, so I'm not going to rate that, fenLori, but that was gorgeous. It was touching. It was verdant, as you'd expect from Ireland. And that's it. All right, folks, I'm going to put that in the unrated songs playlist. Have a wonderful day, folks. I'll see you on another video. And from the States to across the pond to the fens of England, as well as Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Jersey, all those places. Have a wonderful day, folks.
He said, now young man, you're a stranger to me. Could I bother you kindly for your company?